Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. All praise unto Yahweh Shemi Yahushai Wahara Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. One of you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is going to be a video going into the recent earthquakes that you got happening out here and the connection to the scriptures. Because pretty much what you find out within the Bible is there are signs that was going to be evident leading towards the Lord's return. Okay, one of the major things that the Bible speaks about is earthquakes, and how that these earthquakes, they was going to increase closer to the time of the Lord's return. So yeah, just have one out there within Japan. Okay, maybe a couple. This seems to be a good thing because you can go back and forth in time and see how much earthquakes is popping off. And there's quite a few in different places. You got Chile, you know, was it Guatemala? Okay, where's it? The Philippines, all right, and all kind of different places. And this is all dealing with the Lord's return. Okay, now we can read that within the scriptures. So if we go to the book of Mark, the 13th chapter, and I'm gonna read a bit of this. Okay, Mark the 13th chapter. So Mark, okay, 13:1. All right, so the app's not working for some reason. Bear with me. Okay, so it should be working now. So Mark the 13th chapter, and we can get into that. So I'll go straight to the point. And Yahushua answered them, said unto them, seest thou these great buildings? That's these the Burj Khalifa, okay, Big Ben, okay, the Millennium, you know, the London Eye, Empire State Building, whatever building you want to call it. But really, if you go into the history, you find out it was basically talking about the temple, I believe it was. And Yahushua cut them, okay, because he was saying, look, man, there's going to come a time when all of this is going to be thrown down, but even more so, even the times we're living now, you know, the scripture says within the book of Malachi, the 4th chapter, Esau was going to go out there and he was going to build, but Yahweh Shemi Yahushai was going to throw down everything that he's built. Okay, they, you know, the cities that they built, okay, America, which they built, okay, according to the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, that's going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth, according to the scriptures. All right, the Lord said he was going to sweep it with the besom of destruction. I believe that's within the book of Isaiah. Okay, he's going to clean sweep it. And when you check out how them nuclear weapons work, man, they devastate. Okay, they got something called a nuclear blast radius. And that's just not a thing that's a radius, you know, from, you know, on the ground. That goes underground too. Okay, that whole blast radius penetrates deep into the ground. So when the scripture says Esau is going to be uprooted, of an surety he's going to be uprooted, because the instrument of his demise, the ICBM nuclear missiles, is going to uproot him to the end that there was all of these great buildings. They wasn't going to be left one stone upon another. Okay, they wasn't going to be left a stone that wasn't going to be overthrown. It says, as he sat down upon Mount Olives over against the temple, Peter, James, and John and Andrew asked him privately, tell us when these things shall be, because pursuant to the book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, they were hastening the day. Okay, now it wasn't written at the time, but it was of that mentality. Okay, they was hoping that Yahushua at that time was going to restore the kingdom unto the Jews, okay, and the Israelites. All right, but it was meant for a time later than that. Okay, tell us when these things shall be, and what shall be the sign when all of these things shall be fulfilled. And Yahushua answering began to say, take heed lest any man deceive you. Right? So you're supposed to take a certain amount of, you're supposed to be of a certain mentality, you know, circumspect. Okay, you ain't supposed to be just win into every doctrine. Okay, you're supposed to be on point. Take heed, because there's all kind of religions out there. There's all kind of BS explanations for why the things that are happening in the world are happening as the way they are. But the fact of the matter is, the most like Yahweh Shemi Yahushai only set it out for it to work, you know, in a certain type of way. Okay, as in to get into this truth, You wasn't gonna go into Hinduism and find enlightenment. You're gonna find enlightenment by way of the word. Okay? So take heed to lest any man deceive you, for many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ. Okay, and shall deceive many. So that's why the scripture says broad is the way that leadeth unto destruction. Because the doctrine, you got a lot of doctrines out there, okay, that are about deceiving. Okay, we're pushing a doctrine that's all about life out here. Okay, so it says pretty much for many shall come in my name saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. All right, and it says, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye troubles, for such things must needs be, but the end is not yet. So we're in a time of rumors of wars and all of that. Okay, but it also see what it's going to say. It's going to say, for nation shall rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there shall be famines. These are the beginnings of sorrows. So that's what the times that we're in right now, the beginnings of sorrows, when we got earthquakes all over the place. Okay, so that's the reason why you got these earthquakes popping up. So that I'm gonna say, oh, praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai Earthqaukes. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Oh, praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and honestly, brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.